in your repertoire, which is quite extensive actually, you worked in comic books in a universe called Unity Universe. Could you elaborate on that and what you did in?
Yeah, I'm the co-founder of Unity Universe. We write. Also, me and my writing partner, Ari Abramovsky, we write novels, and well, we've only published one so far. We're working on the second. But we've also published a comic book franchise. We're only 6 comics in. We decided to do this so long ago. It turned out into just, what if?
Yeah.
Because we're both nerds and we love comics and superheroes and stuff like that. We're like, what if? What about this story? And we thought, maybe we just write a graphic novel. But then our ideas kept getting bigger and bigger. We're like, this is never going to fit in one book. We have to write a whole thing.
Yeah.
And we just decided to do it. So we hired a writer. At the moment, we didn't hire a writer. I'm the writer. And Ari, we hired an artist. Because if I draw, it's going to be stick figures.
That could be good too, its own thing.
Wait, you're telling me I could be involved in
Yeah.
the creation of a comic book without being really able to draw? That would be nice.
But yeah, a few years ago, we decided to hire an artist, Brenda Salazar, Mexican illustrator. And Amazon decided to publish.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're up on there. And then we wrote a novel, which
So you
is
have
pretty
2
fun.
published books.
Yeah. No, I have technically 7, but...
So wait, when you say you wrote a novel, is that the new book that you've just published, We Angry Few?
Yeah, that is...
And so you can find that also on Amazon
Yes.
by checking We Angry Few with K Gambit.
Yes, you'll find it right there.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Right. The comic books are more sci-fi. It's basically... It's a story you've seen before. It focuses on the bad side of superpowers. Our first villain is...
I like that.
Yeah. Our first villain is a girl who wakes up one day with the superpower to lose her skin.
What?
So she basically explodes.
Oh gosh.
Every day. This is
Just once.
because-
And then she goes insane and becomes a serial killer. Trying to
I'm sorry, this is-
find
it's
other
not
young...
funny,
yeah.
but-
Trying to
Does
find
your
other
skin
young
come
women
back?
to... No. She has to find other young women to take their skin and wear it.
that is
Wow.
that is beyond creepy.
That's that's the first villain.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you basically turned kind of like real life serial killers into
Into
So they're not
bad-
superpowers as much as they're like
super villains.
Yeah, the superpowers aren't great.
curses.
Yeah, pretty much. And we have a British detective team trying to figure out what to do.
I wonder where the idea for a British detective
I know.
came
I was just
from.
thinking. It all goes
Yeah.
back to what we're talking
Yeah.
about in the very beginning of Case adult life.
The novel, though, We Angry Few, is based more about the 1860s Civil War in America.
Wow.
But it's an alternate history. So
I like those types.
Yeah, so it's basically, there was a lawyer in New York at the time
Yeah.
who decided to gather up all of the gangs because he represented them all, so he had all of the contacts. He put them all in one building to try and set up a treaty where they would all work together, and then swiftly poisoned all of them, except for a few of the people organizing this mass poisoning. He then declared himself mayor of New York by killing the old mayor because the president is too busy with the war.
Yeah.
And then he declared New York a kingdom and him the king.
Wow.
So King Lenny and the Rochester Reapers became a thing. Yeah, he's from Rochester, so he named his crew the Rochester Reapers.
I look forward to the numbers number of sales of that book in New York. Actually, I feel like
So it's about a group of people from different places. There's a Chinese girl who's an immigrant on her way to New York with her
Nice.
family. There's an Irish guy who's looking for his lost brother, who was one of the poisoned people. And there's a bounty hunter who's just out for revenge. But they all eventually have the same goal, which is kill the king.
Oh, poor Lenny.
I know.
Yeah.
I
We
feel
just learned about him.
Yeah.
And now he's got to go. Oh, that's
So the whole book
Maybe
is
he survives.
So it's a POV book. So
like
every
we should
chapter is
make
a
that.
different POV.
We should make a trailer of that between the comics and fishing.
Yeah.
It's
It took 3 years to write that thing.
Wow.
So, could you tell us about the process of writing? Because you say you're the writer
Yeah.
primarily.
Yeah.
So, how many hours do you have? Like certain
man.
hour to hour, like day to a schedule? How do you do that?
So me and Ari will come up with a concept of either a character or a situation. And then usually Ari does the mapping. He knows exactly where we need to go. But I need to put it on paper because I do all of the dialogue and
Yeah, you fill it in. With all the...
I do all the literature and stuff like that. So we'll kind of work as a good team that way. We have ideas, but he knows exactly how to really turn a small idea into a really cool one, and then I put it on paper in a way that works how we want it to work. It could be me writing for 10 minutes and then going, I don't know how to describe the snowfall. There's a building I need to describe.
I don't know what it looks like.
I don't know what I can picture it, but I don't know how to put it in words.
Square.
Yeah, or if I'm really locked in, it'll be 5 hours of me just typing. And I won't proofread any. We have an editor as well because of this. There'll be spelling mistakes and like grammar mistakes because I just go.
I know. I do that for Dalton as well sometimes.
I don't read it back. I just write.
I was like, why don't you put a comma there?
Yeah. My editor
This should
does
be
that.
a period.
Yeah, we didn't have an editor at first until we wrote like 600 pages.
Wow.
And then we're like, oh, we should probably get an editor.
Yeah.
Because Ari's like, did you check this stuff? And I'm like, no, I just wrote it. And
So
I'm like,
your full-time job is voice actor.
I've many things that
Many
I'm doing.
things.
Yeah.
He's slash culture.
I was about to say that exactly. You know that term, right? Slash culture or slash.
I've never heard that.
She's taught me this.
So it's a way. It's a direct translation from the Chinese way of describing someone who does a lot of different jobs.
Oh, I see.
And not necessarily for survival. This person just has a very big range of hobbies and interests and capabilities, of course. So this person does, for example, you're a voice actor, you're a stand-up comedian, you're a published writer.
Right.
So you're someone in the slash culture because
Slash culture, I like that.
Voiceover artist slash comic slash
There you go.
Gambit.
But you do
I'm
dub.
the guitarist for Guns N' Roses too.
Yeah, sure.
Well, don't you need a big hat for that?
Hey, you don't know that's not.
I
No
don't.
one knows who's
I
Slash.
don't know that's not you.
Child.
But you're kind of young. I mean, if you were 10 years old or something.